So today I'm going to talk about the 7th President of the United States, Andrew Jackson. So my thesis is that Andrew Jackson has greatly affected the way things work in the present day by his actions in the 19th century. He did this by opposing to the Bank of the United States, as well as becoming a national hero by defeating the British in New Orleans in the War of 1812 and founding the Democratic Party. So he was born on March 15, 1767. He had two other brothers, an older one and I believe a younger one as well. His father died 3 weeks before he was born. His older brother died of the smallpox. Him and his younger brother were taken in by the British as Patriot couriers. He was captured when he was 13. Andrew Jackson refused to polish one of the British soldiers' shoes, and the British soldier attacked him with a saber, and that is why he had a scar on his face. His brother died a few days after being released from the British, and his mother died while nursing sick and injured soldiers that she wanted to help him out. And so he was an orphan, but he was raised by his uncles. In his early teens, he went on to study law. He became a prosecuting attorney, and he became a court judge. And after a while, he was the first to be elected into the House of Representatives in Tennessee. And he was also elected a U.S. Senator, but he resigned after 8 months. After he was a court judge, he was he became a major general in 1802, and he went. The most famous battle is the Battle of New Orleans. That was the last battle of the War of 1812 against the British. He led about 5,000 soldiers to what was believed an unexpected victory, and from that he was awarded as a national hero. And he got the nickname Old Hickory because everyone said that he was as tough as Old Hickory wood. And he also led the First Seminole War. That was ordered by President James Monroe in 1817 against the Seminole and Creek Indians. He brought up the fact that Florida should be seized because he was charged to prevent Spanish Florida from becoming a refuge for runaway slaves. Seminole attacked Jackson's Tennessee soldiers after conflict and capturing Florida land, as well as getting Spain to leave Florida and leave it to the U.S. by the Adams-Onis Treaty. He was named Florida's military governor. He was nominated for president in 1822. And then he was re-elected as a senator. In his second term, he was up against Henry Clay and John Quincy Adams, and Jackson won by popular vote. He resigned the Senate in 1825, and Jackson's followers found the Democratic Party because it was the National Republic Party and the Republican Democratic Party. And he was married to Rachel Jackson at the time. Not his sister, but she wasn't completely divorced yet, so they accused her and Jackson of bigamy. And before he was before his second inauguration into his presidency, his wife died, just a few days, and he believed that was because of the pressure they gave her. He got rid of the second bank, and Henry Clay's followers were the National Republicans, and Jackson's followers of the Democratic Republicans. So, in January 1835, Jackson paid off the entire national debt, but that caused unemployment to rise and prices to go down, as well as profits and wages. Banks collapsed and business failed, and because of this, there are many reasons why this happened. The panic was because cotton, land, and slave prices rose, and also high taxes on imports rose, and also because paper money, and apparently paper money caused an inflation, on the economy. So Jackson's Democrats blamed the second bank for its paper money. Also, in his first term as president, he had opposed scientific exploration, which means he didn't go by it. He didn't want to do it. But then he was convinced by John Adams, and he believed that he wanted presidential legacy. So he signed a law for people to be free to explore the ocean. And he also signed a law to fund the Oceanic United States Exploring Expedition on May 18, 1836. And without that law, we would have not found Antarctica, and we would have not be able to map the Southern Ocean. And the second bank, Andrew Jackson believed that the second bank was only made to serve rich people, and that it was a government monopoly. So he did whatever he could to destroy the second bank, so that the money is distributed equally. So during his second term, he was able to veto the bank and have the money be split up into smaller banks. So if Andrew Jackson, if he didn't exist, you can say, we would have not have found Antarctica. We would have not had the Democratic Party, and we would still be having major economic problems today, facing the second bank that still exists today. That's it.